look.
And we continue to follow the breaking news. The train cars tumbled off the tracks near the Howard Street Bridge.
Even firefighters say it is remarkable that no one was hurt.
Certainly is. A live look at the scene from Chopper 13 right now. CSX says it is already at work trying to get this mess cleaned up.
So here now is a closer look at exactly where the train went off the tracks just before 3:30 this afternoon. And we're now going to go to Max McGee. He is live near the scene with the latest on the situation. Max?
Yeah, Denise, it's been a long afternoon here in downtown Baltimore, and in fact, the traffic has just now opened up on North Avenue. The traffic was blocked off until about 5:50. That has just opened up as of moments ago. But take a look at this live video from Chopper 13 to give you an idea of exactly where we are. We're on the corner of West Lafayette and Maryland Avenue. Multiple cars were derailed this afternoon. The Streetcar Museum out of commission, a pole falling on top of a car with the witness inside. But the good thing about this is no injuries, but here's what the Baltimore City Fire Department had to say.
So far, we have accounted for a total of 5 cars that we can visually see that have been derailed. At this time, it appears that the derailed cars were empty and it doesn't pose a threat at this time. We do have firefighters on the scene. This is still pretty much an active scene. We are assessing the rest of the trains just to make sure that there aren't any additional derailed cars. We have taken precautionary measures with the waterways, making sure that if in the event that there are any spills in the water, that it doesn't go any further than the area that we've boomed off.
And we have, once again, that live Chopper 13 video of the police department as well as the fire department just cleaning up the scene here in downtown Baltimore. Still an active scene, obviously. We will have witness reaction for you tonight at 11. Live in downtown Baltimore, I'm Max McGee for WJZ.
All right, thank you, Max. Now let's check in with Kimberly Eaton. She has more on the derailment from a different perspective. Kimberly?
And Denise, tonight we've been talking about how close the Streetcar Museum is to where this train went off the rails. And I want to show you something about that tonight. You can see where this train derailed, and just to the right of the tracks from where we're standing, there's the Streetcar Museum. And I talked to a member there a few minutes ago, and he told me when freight trains pass on these elevated tracks, members are actually not allowed to stand outside for this exact reason. He said for many years people said, oh, this will never happen, and tonight we are seeing exactly why that rule is in place. Now, firefighters are telling us 5 cars toppled off the tracks around 3 this afternoon, and you can see others are still standing on the tracks, but barely. In fact, at the far end, just where the curve begins here, you can see that one train car not only toppled off the tracks, it appears to have toppled right off its own wheels. And directly beneath that, you can see what Max was talking about. The car that a woman was driving in when this all happened, a very near miss for her tonight, but fortunately no injuries and no deaths reported at this point. Now, our photojournalist Judy Ryan did speak with a woman earlier who saw this all happen. Listen to how she describes it.
The train was moving on nice and slow. But then you know how like when you hear a train when it comes to a complete stop and it's like but it ain't really nothing happening, you just know the train is stopping. But the train, it just fell all over. That's the only thing that happened. It wasn't like speed or nothing like that, it just fell over.
Yeah, really remarkable. She says it just fell over, and of course the big question still tonight is why. You can see CSX has inspectors out here. They have been out here for hours now at this point. They're walking on the elevated tracks. They're walking below where this happened, trying to piece together what caused their train to simply topple off the tracks. And firefighters have said they will be the ones leading this investigation. So as soon as they are able to provide us any information, of course, we will be sharing that with you. But for now, reporting live, I'm Kimberly Eaton for WJZ.
Kimberly, thank you so much. Let's go now to Paul Gessler, who spoke with someone who heard the derailment. Paul.
Well, Rick, yeah, a lot of firefighters who I've been talking to and people anecdotally, I've been asking them about this high wind today. It is windy here in the Baltimore area, and this train was empty. A lot of people on the ground speculating that could have played a role, but fire department officials telling me it is way too early to tell. This is going to be an extensive investigation. We are on Falls Road now. You know that, obviously, from the spray paint on noting the Jones Falls Trail here. The reassuring part of this story is the fact that there are no injuries or spills in connection to this derailment. Now, we did see a number of agencies as you look down Falls Road here with BGE crews, fire department, police, CSX officials on scene. It's unclear right now when or if CSX officials will talk to us. Our photojournalist Lance Thomas talked to a student from Micah. That's, of course, near here, and she suspected this was a train derailment. Take a listen.
I was in my studio. I go to Micah, and I was talking with my teacher about my exhibition, and we heard this loud crash, but we didn't really know what it was. We thought it was the track that's right by our school, but it wasn't. Now that we've seen, but we heard it and we were like, what was that? Like, it sounded like a train that derailed, but we didn't know what really happened. Now we do.
You're looking live now at the commuter tracks that lead into Penn Station here. It does not appear that MARC or Amtrak service has been affected by this derailment. It is interesting to note that Nicole's father, Nicole, who you just heard from there, the Micah student, works for Amtrak. She has an extensive knowledge of this, and when she told us that she thought it was a train derailment right away, she was being serious. She knew what that sound could be just from her experience with her father. For now, we're reporting live from a now reopened Maryland Avenue and Falls Road. Paul Gessler, WJZ.